guys, I could cry. I mean, I literally could cry over this. All right, let me introduce you to Jolene. So, really funny story. Come here, Jolene. Come here. She's very scared. She is the only cow right now in this space. We have her quarantined, separated from all the other cows, as we wanted to do some disease testing before we let them be together. She has good clean hay over yonder. Hey, Jolene. Jolene. So she's away from her herd. She's away from any herd. She's in a new place. She's scared. She's very, very sweet. Hey, baby. Using these great little protein cattle cubes to win her trust. If she's eating, she'll let me pet and touch her all over. Here. You like that? That's good stuff. So, Jolene came to us from somebody local who needs to downsize their animal load in order to get to a better place where they can farm the way they want to. And sometimes we've been in that same situation. You have to cut back in order to gain a little ground to be able to move forward. So they wanted this sweet girl to have a good home, and a mutual friend connected us, and we went and picked her up a couple of nights ago. Yesterday was the first day that she was here, and I got my hands all over her. She lets me touch her belly and everything, as long as she's eating. And she's been following me around out here. She's not been rude or intrusive in my personal space at all. She seems excited to see me when she sees me come out. She moves at me constantly until I come in to pet her. She's very, very tiny. So she's a Holstein dairy cow, which is going to be a bonier cow anyways. But she is exceptionally small. So we're not sure what her whole story is. But we're not entirely sure if she was the right age. That was told to the family who took her when they took her. So we really don't know her history, but he got her at auction. It's been a while. Said she was sad looking, looked somewhat abused and sick. Her very rough coat tells me she may not have been getting proper minerals as well. And she, hi baby. And she has an umbilical hernia under here. See if you can see that. I'm sorry. Here, you want another treat? You want another treat? Here. So she has an umbilical hernia. I've spoken with my vet. He says absolutely we can fix it, and she can probably catch up her growth at some point. He doesn't see why she couldn't carry calves in the future and be a healthier cow, except that umbilical hernias are hereditary. We don't want to promote that within our herd here, and it will probably be a long process of getting her to a good size and weight for breeding, and even then we'd probably have to breed her to something mini in the beginning for her first time, which is all doable stuff. She came to us at no charge, so I have absolutely nothing financially into her right now. I was really excited to get her. She's watching the cow, or she's watching the kitty. So we don't know what we're gonna do with her at this point. Eric and I still have to talk it over more. We don't know. We don't know. We promised, we took her on the condition that she wouldn't become Hamburger. So we're gonna offer, ooh, can he scare you? We're gonna offer her back to the man we got her from, and if he doesn't want to take her, I have a couple other options. She'd probably be a really good petting zoo candidate, because she is so sweet. So if I can't find somebody who wants to take her and work with her under those conditions, I mean, I'm just gonna tell the family that we got her from that then she's gonna have to go to market, and I don't want to do that, but I mean, I can't feed a cow that doesn't produce here. I can't afford to. You want more? Let's see if I have another one. She's so tiny. I can't believe how tiny she is. She's supposed to be 18 months old. Say hi. Here you go. Here you go. We've wormed her. We've only had her for less than 48 hours, but we've wormed her. We've loved her. We've been feeding her. She's otherwise great. She seems otherwise healthy. There's a couple of possibilities that may have stunted her growth. If she was very sick when she was a calf, then her stomach lining would not have allowed for nutritional absorption as well as she needed, and that would stunt her growth. Another thing is that if she had pneumonia, like a long-term persistent pneumonia, that would have messed her up as well as far as her growth goes. If she wasn't fed well, I don't know how many bottles a day she got, or if she was, getting what she was supposed to get before she went to auction when she was young. I don't know. Like, there's still some questions that I can't answer, and so that's where we are. She certainly doesn't look like an 18-month-old calf. She should be about easy 1,000 pounds at this point, and she's maybe 400. But she's such a good girl. She's so sweet. I had such grand plans for her when I knew we were gonna get her, and I just hi. She's a sweetie. She's getting to know me. You wanna say hi? That's not a treat. Here's one. Here, baby. There you go. So, what are we gonna do with you? Huh? What are we gonna do with you? I don't know. She's been scared. She likes hanging out with the sheep. So stay tuned. We'll let you know. Here's some other animal updates. Mary looks fantastic. She's been a great mama. Hi, Mary. She's getting a little grain twice a day. She's feeding her babies very well. Her little babies, I think we are going to call Laverne and Shirley. Mama's talking to you. They're so cute. Hey, excuse me. Now she won't leave me alone. All right. Everybody thinks I have food. I don't have any food. You ate it all. So Laverne and Shirley are growing well. They have gained I wish you guys could see what's going on. Guys, could we leave it? Stop. I'm trying to film the lambs on the other side of this camera, and this is what I'm dealing with. Oh, you gonna shake your head at me? You better be sweet. You gonna get sassy? All right, back to Laverne and Shirley. So that's Laverne. Stop, Mary. Shirley has the white tail and the white hoof. I wish I had weighed them at birth and now, but I didn't. To me, they look like they've doubled in size. They're so cute. They've been running and playing and just otherwise acting silly. Mary wants attention. She's doing so good. She's definitely lost weight in that belly. The 8 older meat chicks are doing great out there without any light or any heat. Our low was 39 this morning. They're doing great. The other chicks are going to need to move out pretty soon. So here's the other meat birds. I did turn the light on them last night out here. They don't have feathers. Here are the layers. They're doing good. Can I just show you something for the eggspiracy? Here's my eggs today. And I already collected this morning after there were a couple. So, what's that? 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, and I think I got 2 this morning. No, I got 3 this morning. So there you have it. I've got 22 layers in here. A couple of roosters, a male turkey. This is going to be my turkey coop as soon as I get these layers moved out to pasture. But we had coyotes here again last night. Anyways, we have 22 layers. A couple of them are old. They're not all production breeds. I mean, I've got some Orpingtons. They're like mediocre. I've got just some pretty girls that just to have because they're pretty. They're not necessarily production layers. I've got 2 Turkins in there. One of them is eating eggs, and I can't figure out which one because every time I see it, it jumps back in with the rest of the flock before I can get it out. So I'm about to kick them 2 out, and so I'm getting some eggs eaten by chickens. I've got some old birds. I've got some that are just not for production. 2 of them are still like half naked coming out of molt, and I'm still getting at least 15 eggs a day. So change up your feed. Yeah, change it up. I don't buy into there must be something added into the commercial feed. No, I think people are using crappy feed and or they're using the same feed. So something that I've also always done is I've changed it up over the years. We'll buy the same feed for a month or 2 and then we'll switch. We'll give them something different ingredients. So give it a try and hopefully your birds will start laying soon too. Look at this beauty. Jolly White. She's so chill. She's such a good girl. You're ruminating, aren't you? You got a mouthful of it. She's our next girl due. Let's see if we can get that baby to kick for us. It's always fun. That baby moving? You want me to quit? Oh, I feel it right here. It's so hard to see on camera. All right, well, she's over that. She really wants to see that little girl over there. She's also starting to get a little bit of a swollen udder. I noticed that before I dried her off. She started to seem a little fuller, and even though I was getting less milk. So she's getting ready. She feeds a lot of families too. They all want the milk. Let's see everybody else. Now, I'm not sure if I shared with you guys or not. I know we did a video on drawing blood, and we drew from this girl, Dolly B. Hi. She got crazy with me a few days ago. Dolly B is pregnant. She is a great, healthy weight. She's going to be due, I think that puts her due September 25th, I think. And then we also tested this girl. This is Rosie. She's a beef mama. She's a beef heifer. She has her first calf back there. Is that the black one on the right? Rosie is due I can't remember. I have to check my calendar. I think she's due before Dolly B. So Dolly B, she's the girl that we get to love and borrow. Oh gosh. Dolly White, don't cause a ruckus, please. She pushes her weight around. See how everybody moves out of the way? And she goes over there. You okay? It's okay. Can I pet you? So Dolly B is the girl who we get to love and we get to milk and we get to manage and we get to care for, and I'm so excited to work with her. She's never been milked before. She is mama to this little girl, this Jolene, who we get to keep for having Dolly B bred. Hey girl. Now she is looking for treats. I bribed her with treats to get her to love me, and now she wants one every time I come out. Hey baby, hey, hey. So she is not bred. It'll be a little while before we breed her. She's not quite ready. Don't you get sassy. It's kind of getting to be like their witching hour. They get the zoomies. They start jumping around, especially when it's windy and especially when it's cooler. So she wants treats. I don't have them. Do I smell like them? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay, so we wormed Jolene about 4 weeks ago, and she's putting weight on. She looks great. She looks fantastic. Obviously, she looks bony to beef cow people. You can see her hooks and pin bones sticking out. You can see some ribs. But like, compare her to Dolly B back here, who is pretty much in perfect condition, and you can always still see her bones. Those dairy cows are just bony. They put all of their calories into making milk, even though she's not making milk. They're just not built to be big, muscly, beef-making cows. She's not gonna leave me alone. Hey, no. No. So she wanted to shake her head against my leg, and that's not allowed. Easy. Easy. So cows are super sensitive on their noses. Maybe you've seen a bull wearing a ring in its nose on those pressure points. They're super sensitive. It's kind of like your fingertips. No. She's coming into heat. That's what it is. No. No. She must be in heat. She was about to try and mount me. So if you saw the way she rested her chin on my arm, she was thinking about it. Super important to never turn your back on an open heifer. Start knowing when they're going into heat and learning their heat cycles, and learn animal behavior. So she's a good girl, but when they go into heat, they lose their minds. Who else? We've got little Kawasaki in the back. He's put some weight on. We were actually just talking about it this morning. He looks like he's filling out a little bit more. He's a Wagyu out of our Belle, the white-faced girl over here. So he's a little Wagyu, and this is his mama. You can see she's a little bit of a short stuff. Hey, Belle. Belle has not cycled back since she calved. She's like 4.5 months. She usually cycles back at 4 months, but she was really poor up until about a week or two ago, because she was feeding all the babies, and so we're not in a hurry to breed her back anyways. So, but she is putting weight on. We also wormed her today. Let's see. Will not leave me alone. Maple, my business cow. The paint. She's just Maple. She just exists. She fits in the herd and does her thing. She doesn't come to me for anything. She doesn't need me to come to her for anything. As long as she has food, she's happy. And when she's in milk, she comes into milk. She stands. I have lots of videos of milking Maple. So So I know this is kind of all over the place with the animals, with the cows and the sheep, but I had the funniest revelation recently. So here goes. I only just wanted a milk cow. 8 years ago, when we first started consistently keeping cows, we started with one Jersey milk cow, and that was our Hazel. It was a couple of years before we actually put milk on the table, and we had a couple of other cows come and go before that point. When we took Hazel for breeding at a friend's farm, we brought her home. We brought her home with our Belle, and Belle was also bred. We didn't pay anything for Belle. The next one of these girls to come along was Rosie. Rosie is Belle's heifer. That's not the one whom she had, that's not the one she was pregnant with when she came to us. Rosie's in the back there. She's all red. She's very pretty red color. And when she was born, Eric fell in love with her and said, we're keeping this one. I said, okay, that's fine. So we didn't pay anything for that cow. The next one who came to us was Dolly White. That's the big white Holstein in the back. Now, if you've been around for any amount of time, you know that my love for cows is really rests on the Jersey cow. We want the butter fat. We like the temperament. I don't have any interest in the Holstein. Now that said, Dolly White came to us with a steer, a 1-year-old steer from a friend, and she's turned out to be the very best cow. We love our Dolly White. So Dolly White came with a steer. We were able to beef him, and we didn't pay anything for Dolly White. After that, we had some other cows come and go, another dairy cow, some other beef cows, and then we lost my Hazel. It just felt like losing a best friend when I lost my Hazel. But after about a month and a half after losing Hazel, I decided that I was ready for another Jersey. I started asking around. I didn't really find the right girl, and then suddenly people started tagging me in a post for this Jersey for sale, and that would be Maple. I contacted the owner and thought, man, it's a long shot. She's gorgeous. She's in milk. She has a calf at her side. She's a unicorn. And she was incredibly affordable. So I messaged the seller and said, hey, I'm dealing with, Rosie was actually calving that day, and it was a difficult birth. It took all day. And I said, I understand if you need a seller, if somebody else shows up, I don't blame you for selling her to somebody else. And the seller was super sweet, super patient, and said, no problem. Just let me know how it goes. Let me know when you can come. And I said, I'll send you some money to hold her if you want. And she said, no. Just come when you're ready. So we went and picked up Maple from about an hour away, and her calf. And she's provided us with excellent milk, excellent butter, all the perfect dairy products that we could imagine. And she's bred back to a lovely Jersey by artificial insemination. So we did pay for Maple, but not a whole lot. So within that time, the 2 little black steers back there were born. Maple had a steer here also. We picked up an orphan. That's our Rip. He's over in the steer pen with Maple's calf. They have to be separated, otherwise they jump the fences to get to our Belle and nurse off of our Belle. We can't have that. Last, Jolly B and Jolene. Guys, I could cry. I literally could cry over this. Dolly B is so pretty. She reminds me so much of my Hazel. Her temperament is perfect. She belongs to the local crop maze friends. And when they moved their crop maze, Eric went and did a little work for them. And I went down just to kind of see how it was going. I was just so excited for them to use the land the way they're using it, for the purpose they're using it for. And I heard a little word about this Dolly B cow. Of course, they don't call her that. They just call her Dolly. And her job is to teach people where their milk comes from. And so they get to come and see the cow and pet the cow. And Jolene was her heifer. You know, they're just gorgeous cows. And so that's what they wanted for their agritourism business. And everybody loves Dolly and Jolene. Everybody. Well, we worked out a deal where if I get Dolly B bred, then I can keep Jolene. And I can bring Dolly B here to live here, and I can manage her. And then they want her back for their season in the fall. And hopefully she will calf right before that this year. And I will get to milk her for the student field trips during their crop maize season, and to really teach those kids where their food comes from. So that's the goal. I'm super excited about it. I didn't pay anything for Dolly. Of course, she still belongs to them anyways, but I didn't pay anything for Jolene either. I just had to pay to get Dolly bred. So imagine my surprise when I got the call and spoke with the man about this Dolly over here, the little girl I introduced you to up front. I said, okay. I just felt like it must be a God thing. And I think he's not done with what her story is going to be. I don't know what we're going to do with her, but I know he's going to reveal it. And I can't wait to see. I'm just, it may not be here. It may be at another farm. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's just another little piece of the story that makes me so excited for the farm this year. One more little thing that I'll show you guys as an update. All right, one more little update. Harry's in the front here. Janie girl's in the back. They're doing great, except Harry has decided to start headbutting my cows. And he really likes to get a hold of Belle. And I think it's because Belle fights back, but he's running her down. So we've had to separate them from the cows. He's super sweet with us. He never butts us. He never rams us. And Janie girl is probably pregnant. I haven't blood tested her like I can do, but I think she's probably bred, and that's super exciting too. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna call this a day because the wind is picking up like crazy and I don't even know what you guys can hear. So until next time, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.